Hey everybody, and welcome to Authors and Dragons, where a group of comedic fantasy writers get together and try to make it through a whole game of Pathfinder without accidentally dying. Let's see if we pull it off this week. As always, the odds do not look great.
Hi, I'm John Harkness, and I'll be playing the role of Fandango the Fantastical, silver-tongued bard who's useless in combat because, well, bard. And in real life, I write multiple series like the Quincy Harker Demon Hunter series, the Bubba the Monster Hunter series, and the Black Knight Chronicles, the most recent of which, Man in Black, has just come out on audio. So go to Audible and buy my shit.
Hi, I'm Joseph Brassi. I play the role of Bjorg Bjornsson, the enthusiastic and violent barbarian. I was one of the authors in the Mongoliad Project, and my debut solo novel, Skyfarer, comes out from Angry Robot Books in fall 2017, and I think you can hear some more about it on an upcoming episode of the Clinically Inane podcast.
Hi, my name is Rick Gualtieri, and I play Silas Kane, former paladin of Toreg and also the mysterious Arrow of the Gods. In real life, I write the horror comedy series Tome of Bill, of which the final book is The Last Coven is out now, and I'm currently working on a couple new projects, including the sequel to Bigfoot Hunters and a new urban fantasy adventure called Get Bent.
Hello, my name is Robert Bevan. I play the role of Klaus Richter, the notorious rogue. In real life, I write the Caverns and Creatures series of comedy, fantasy, lit RPG novels, and short stories, starting with the first book, Critical Failures. The fourth book in the series, Critical Failures 4, The Phantom Pinnace, has recently been released on Audible for all of you audio listeners who have been waiting so long and so patiently.
Hi, my name's Steve Wetherill. I play Brandon Firemaster, the deeply narcissistic monk. In real life, I write the comedy fantasy series Doomsayer Journeys, although I am thinking about branching out into Zatopian fiction.
My name is Drew Hayes, and this week I am not sponsored by Malibu Red, nor will I ever be. It's a terrible, terrible tasting liquor, and it gives you a hangover. I'm sponsored by telling you all to avoid that experience. Learn from my example. In real life, I write books such as Superpowers, NPCs, Fred the Vampire Accountant, and the newly released Forging Festus, which is available on ebook and audio, and is so far getting pretty strong reviews if you want to check it out. And when last we left our intrepid adventurers, they had successfully killed 2 Dat Placer beasts and scared off a third, miraculously surviving a fight that they really sort of charged blindly into. They endured long enough for the dwarf to
That's
pick them
how we
up
roll.
and bring them back to town, where he lets them off. It is about an hour until sunset, and you have 2 dead Dat Placer beasts with you.
So who was buying this shit?
The automaton.
The robot, I thought.
That's the one, yeah.
All right.
The automaton.
Maybe we
The
should try.
automaton.
Did he want one?
Maybe we should try to skin them first.
Yeah.
Is his name Tom? It should be Tom, because then he could be automaton.
That works for me. That guy.
You know, you say tomaton, I say tomaton. So we go to the magic shop? Or are we going to try and skin this? Nah, fuck that noise. Let him do all the work.
I would like to gently remind you of the last time you all attempted to skin something. That would be the wolves you killed. In the episode titled, Do Wolves Have War Crimes? Because that's how good you were at skinning
This is not
them.
This wouldn't. But Bjorg was unconscious.
Fandango was somewhere, probably with a whore. Fandango was not around for the wolf skinning.
I believe Brandon skinned them,
but
with
he
a
also
punch.
knows that.
Silas gave them all the respect that Toreg gives to him.
Oh, so Silas fucked him.
That is a really, truly disturbing. That's even worse than what you actually did to the wolves.
Well, I mean, he did some pretty bad things to the wolves.
Fandango's now glad that he was somewhere else, even though he was probably getting his ass beat by Judge Hungry. So let's not try to skin the things. Let's go to the Tomaton and
Yeah, let's see what he says.
Tomato.
Yeah, that
Tom,
guy's fun.
We brought you that placer beef.
Oh, hello. How are you today?
we're lovely.
Bloody.
That too.
A little under the weather.
Yeah, a little bit eaten, in fact.
Torek,
Oh.
look,
You appear injured. Would you like to purchase healing potions?
Not at the moment. We would like to sell you these dat place beasts. I'm confused by that too.
He will accept them and look them over and nod. Yes, these are adequate. Transaction completed. 4,000 gold per beast.
Sweet.
And he takes both of the Dat Placer beasts and puts them behind the counter. And he opens his hand and 5 pouches tumble out. It's 8,000 gold, so he went ahead and split it up 5 ways for you.
That was thoughtful.
So you
Awesome.
get 1,600 gold.
Except for Silas, because Fandango is carrying all of Silas's gold. Right, buddy? Oh, brother in Torag?
I think we should donate both of our shares to the Church of Toreg.
That's a great idea. I'll hang on to it until we find a worthy Church of Torag.
Excellent idea, brother.
Because we can't just give it to some random shithole Church of Torag out here.
That's actually brilliant, because you know Silas will never consider anything worthy of anything.
Are you kidding? A grand cathedral is a shithole temple to Toreg.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah. It was pretty brilliant. I was noting that.
Thank you.
Oh, he's played that well.
My job is talking people into and out of things.
Now that you have funds, would any of you like to purchase healing potions? For the excessive wounds you seem to have suffered.
I'm definitely purchasing a healing potion. I don't know about you guys. How much? What's the price range again?
I think that since Silas is no longer able to perform his healing duties, he should cover all of our healing potion costs.
I think Silas will probably disagree with that.
Silas standing right here, and Silas disagrees with that.
Even better.
There we go.
I think someone else should suggest the exact same thing.
You may have
Someone
a
else's.
potion of Cure Light Wounds for the price of 50 gold pieces.
How much
You
for
may
a potion
have
of
a
truth?
potion of Cure Moderate Wounds for 300 gold pieces. And you may have a potion of Cure Serious Wounds for 750 gold pieces. Out of Robot Game, the difference is 1d8 versus 4d8 versus 68.
See, that's a shit deal there. So, we could buy 6 potions of Cure Light for the price of 1 Cure Moderate, and we get, more healing out of it.
Or we could sleep.
And more versatility.
We could also sleep, and the bard will get his spells back in the morning and heal the fuck out of some people.
Well, I would like at least 1 before we go to sleep, because I'm pretty much walking around at 0.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm thinking maybe a couple of Cure Light apiece.
Your desires steak.
I'm thinking that
I have none of that.
How many potions of Cure Light
Steak
wounds do you
and
have,
beer.
Tommy?
He's going to be pedantic about his name, isn't he? I can just sense it.
Yeah, he is. How many potions of Cure Light wounds are in the inventory at the moment?
Currently, there are 10 potions of Cure Light Wounds, 5 potions of Cure Moderate Wounds, and 50 potions of Cure Serious Wounds.
Of
We
course.
don't sell many of those. They are cost prohibitive.
Yes, they are. So there are 10 potions of Cure Light wounds?
I'm
And-
definitely buying 3 moderate potions. It's for 900 gold. I like the idea of sleeping it off, but it's not something we can do in the middle of a fight, so I'm thinking ahead here.
That is the point of the more expensive potions. You can use them in a single round.
Okay, I'll have 3 moderate and 1 light for now then, please.
Very well. He takes your coins in the right hand, and in the left he hands you a bag of clinking vials that are the potions. So there are 2 moderates and 9
Bjorg will actually...
lights left.
Silas, how many potions of whatever would you like?
I would like 1 potion of Cure Light.
Why don't we get you 2 potions of Cure Light and 1 potion of Cure Moderate? Because Torag will provide, but sometimes he's pissed off at you.
Torag is always pissed off at me. That is the nature of my order.
But look at this, Torag has provided you the opportunity to buy your own damn healing potion.
Exactly. And I could either buy those healing potions for me, or I could donate the money to a worthy cause.
Like potions.
How much of the Cure Light?
I'd like to
50?
suggest that
50,
perhaps...
yes.
How many are left?
9.
I'm buying all 9.
Oh, come on.
Oh my god.
You see,
hands
your
you
worthy
3.
cause was to stop Klaus being a dick. No, you missed it.
He'll hand you 3.
This is how the party ends. We kill each other with a bunch of healing potions.
Yeah. Sorry.
So-
Because of the rarity of potions, there is a 3 per customer per category limit.
So I would like to buy potions of Cure Light and 1 potion of Cure Moderate for myself, and I'd like to buy the same for my brother in Torag, Silas.
He will accept the gold and hand them out to each of you respectively.
And how much gold is that total?
50 per
2.
light, 300 per moderate.
All right, so 100, 200,
So, Bevan, you're at 150.
800.
Yeah, I got it.
But overall, you guys should have a good chunk of gold on you now.
And that does D8 plus 1 or
yeah,
just D8?
For the Cure Light ones, we will assume they are at their lowest caster level possible, so D8 plus 1.
Bjorg will also do the 3, but he'll do 1 moderate and 2 cure light, so that's
You
what,
will
400?
not. You are out. There are no more moderates. They have all been purchased now.
Okay, gotcha. So I'll just do 3 light then.
All right, 3 light. And I
so
believe that will cash out the light supply as well.
someone staggers in here desperate for potions in a little bit.
I'm telling you, Klaus Richter says hi.
You're on a small island, so resources are a little limited as to how much there can be.
Well, Silas is going to down one of his Cure Lights right now because he's kind of like, a little bit woozy.
Yeah, roll me a d8 and add 1.
6.
You get 6.
This is just the magic shop, right?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna pass because I think I want to buy some armor for a change. I know, right? How crazy is that?
Just a magic shop, he says. God, he's so jaded. World of magic and wonder.
I bring my own fucking magic. You hot pants
Klaus,
wearing wolf.
Klaus would like to find. Well, I guess we're at the magic shop. Is there a place is there an option to buy the magical components I need to get my familiar?
Yes, actually. That would be the sort of thing. Spell reagents would absolutely be the sort of stuff they sell here.
Awesome. I would like to purchase 200 gold pieces worth of such things.
Okay. You talk to the automaton for a bit, and it eventually figures out exactly what you want, charges you 200 gold. The gold goes into its right hand and vanishes, and then in its left hand appears a small sack in which all of the reagents you require are there.
All right, weasel food. Awesome.
It's just a sack of dildos.
What a bag of dicks.
Perhaps you misunderstood what I was after.
No, I understood perfectly. Perhaps you misunderstood what you were after.
Dildos. Okay.
Machine knows you better than you know
I'll
yourself.
see what I can do with this.
We don't want to see what you can do with that.
Yeah, we should probably turn our backs.
I don't want to imagine what you would be summoning with a sack of dildos. Would anyone else like to do some magic
Banner?
item shopping while you're here?
A dick placer base.
Is there anything in the shop that will make me harder to hit in combat?
I got something that'll make you harder.
Not with what's in your hand.
Dildos.
Oh my goodness. Okay, let's see. He has some pretty cool stuff, so let us see if perhaps you may indeed have what you are seeking. Such as... Okay. That's not a super hard one to have. Alright, John.
Yeah.
Roll me a D100, and you don't have to guess anything. But higher is
Oh,
better.
good. Okay. That thing. Roll D100. 60.
Okay. He does have a few tidbits. With a 60, he will tell you that he has bracers that will dramatically improve your ability to withstand blows. He has some that are good for 1,000 gold, and some that are better for 4,000 gold.
4,000 gold is a little out of my price range. Are bracers the only things you've got floating around? No rings or amulets or anything?
Let's see. He might have an amulet. Go ahead and give me another D100 roll. Let's see if luck is with you.
Luck is with me at a 43.
He has amulets, but none that would do what you're asking for.
Okay. Since Fandingo has this tendency to get the shit beat out of him, I believe we'll be purchasing that, the bracers of good things.
Does anybody else
be
want to buy
big
magical
weasel.
items?
How much were those bracers? Are there any more?
Look around
There's
here.
the pair of better bracers for 4,000.
All right. Well, I don't have that kind of money.
Better braids.
Is there any kind of cloak of invisibility or elven kind?
Okay, for cloaks, well, same as John. Roll me a D100.
Okay. Coming up. D100 and class rolls. Get over there, screen. 41.
41 is not bad. Let's see. He does not have any cloaks of invisibility. He has a cloak of etherealness and a cloak of elven kind.
How much are each of those?
The cloak of elven kind will run you 2,500 gold, and the cloak of etherealness will run you 55,000 gold.
All right,
Damn.
so time to go get some more dead laser beasts.
Dad, place your beasts.
Yeah, do you have any interest in
can I-
buying?
We're just gonna.
Sorry,
Sorry.
Bevan, you asked if you could roll?
Can I roll for some boots?
Sure. Give me one more roll. Ask him about boots.
And I roll a 30. Our class rolls a 34.
Oh, with a 34, he's only going to have one kind of boot. And it will be Boots of the Winterlands. The wearer of
How
these
much are
boots is able
those?
to travel across snow at their normal speed, leaving no tracks. And they are 2,500 gold.
All right. Well, I don't give a shit.
Really fucking useful in the water.
Okay.
Yeah. The higher you roll, the better access of stuff he has.
That's
Bjorg is going to look at rings.
Okay, so you just want
So-
general rings. Well, roll me a
Anybody?
D100, man.
All right. Let's see here. 97.
Oh,
nice.
okay. What sort of ring are you asking him about?
Okay. He's looking for. Let me. Fuck, I don't know. he's sort of looking for something that can give him benefits with without too much encumbrance. Plus, where he's from, rings are a good way to display your wealth and all of that jazz coming from a northern culture like he does.
Okay. He will have some useful rings for you, since that's what you
Yeah,
rolled
useful
very
rings.
well. But you don't have a specific thing, so I'll just go with things that are generally useful.
Yeah.
Let's see. Okay, that one's not good. So the first one is going to be the Ring of Swimming, which for obvious reasons would be useful in this kind of campaign.
Yes.
Gives you a +5 competence on swim checks, and it is a
What's it
2,500
run?
gold cost.
No, don't have that.
He also has a Ring of Feather Falling. So basically,
Ooh.
it acts as the feather
What's that
fall
run?
spell immediately when you fall further than 5 feet. That's also that one's
Okay.
2,200 gold.
Damn.
And
Don't
then,
have that either.
Yeah, when you get into rings and fancy items, this is as cheap as it gets. And then he'll also have a Ring of Climbing,
Yeah.
+5 to climb for 2,500. So all stuff that would be useful for any of you.
No.
Since Bjorg rolled high with that,
But
97.
can't afford it.
Well, you can't afford it individually.
So, yeah,
you can
anyone
choose
else
to
should
pool
know.
resources as necessary.
Turn to Fandingo and be like, with our money together, we could buy that cloak of elven kind.
Not anymore. I just bought these bracers to keep me from dying. And remember, if we use all our money here, we won't have any left to give to the Church of Torag.
What is the cloak of elven kind? I'm not sure how racism works in this game, but Klaus is only half elven. Is he allowed to wear that, or is that?
It's not great, but it's not like super bad.
Oh my god.
Does it come with a conical hood?
Oh my god.
Yep.
I mean,
there.
have you seen the appearance of Silas's Arrow of the Gods? I mean, it's a little.
Yeah.
He seems to belong to a certain clan
Yeah.
of people.
So, okay, so the Cloak of Elvenkind.
Superheroes.
So the Cloak of Elvenkind basically just gives you a +5 on stealth checks.
So we could chip in here for either a more stealthy Klaus or a more falling-proof Bjorg.
Yes.
So we either
Or
help
a more
Klaus.
climby Bjorg.
Or you can
Yeah,
save
more
your money
climate.
and wait until you get to a hub with more options. I mean,
Yeah.
that's.
Yeah.
I'm kind of making you guys roll because you're in a deserted area, and so
A
it wouldn't make sense
shithole.
for you to have access to
You're-
everything.
Bjorg
I think we
will
should
sa-
go fight some
Bjorg will actually
beasts.
save his money this time.
And there's also another store. It may not have magical stuff, but it might have other stuff.
Mundane stuff. The mundane store.
Also,
Right.
there's a lot of islands here. One of them might be a Church of Torag we can give all of our money to.
It might be, as long as it's
Yeah.
a worthy Church of Torag.
Klaus raises a good point in a roundabout way, in that he raises a bad point that, if you look at it from a different angle, is a good point. Maybe we should save our investment for a different opportunity.
Great, let's
I
go
don't
to the
think I
supply
raised that
stores,
point at all.
because
Yeah, I
Fandingo
think- I
needs
think
armor.
you
Start.
Confuse Klaus and Silas there.
Oh, sorry, yes, Silas.
We could
Yeah,
we could start
Klaus did
investing in
nothing
the firm.
useful.
It's okay. We used to have the same body.
We asked this dude about scrolls last time we were here, right?
I don't remember. I don't think so.
Oh, well, does he maybe have any magical scrolls?
I mean, you can roll the D100. I'm not sure if any of those are going to be in your
Well, if he's got
purchasing
maybe
power,
a
but let's find
first
out.
or second level something. Fendingo rolls a 66 for scrolls.
He will have one scroll of teleport.
Won't be able to afford that one. Don't even need to ask.
We haven't had great experiences with teleporting.
Yeah, that's
Let's
also
see.
true.
And the cost of it will be...
I mean-
actually, it's 1,650 gold.
But it only moves one person, right?
I believe teleports. You and touched objects or other touched willing creatures.
Yeah, I think I'll pass. I think I'll
Keyword
probably...
here is willing.
Yeah.
I
I'm
mean, a
fairly
sudden
willing to
teleport can be
touch
a really
idiots.
good tool to have. It's just, it's a costly one to have that in your back pocket.
Yeah, I was looking for something that's a scroll that I could learn to spell that way.
Ah.
But
Yeah.
teleport's I can't cast teleport yet, so
Yeah,
I
your
could
options
cast
are going to be
off
limited
scroll.
here. He can't replace any of the really fancy stuff without the
Yeah.
wizard who made him. So scrolls are going to be pretty tough to come by.
That's fair. So Fendingo wants to go to the supply store.
You mean the mundane store?
Yes, he wants to go to the boring store.
Okay. Does anybody else want to
With
get
sausage.
magic items, or are you guys going with Fendingo?
Did anyone ask about amulets and such?
Yes.
All right, well, sod it then. Yeah, let's get to the mundane stuff.
Actually, he asked about amulets, but
Mundane.
none of them were doing what he wanted. Doesn't mean they wouldn't do what you wanted.
Yeah, there just weren't any amulets of protection.
Right.
And you're already pretty, so what more do you want?
Yeah. See, that's the kind of choice I
What
have to
does
make for my character. Is I can't really buy anything that would not be aesthetically beneficial. So it would have to be a
To the guy
Good
wearing
aim.
red hot pants and sunglasses.
yeah. I don't know what you call aesthetically special, but
I'm
So essentially,
completely on his side.
You need a big clock on a chain.
That
yeah,
we're,
but
we're going
Can I
to
roll
the
for a
mundane store
large
so you
clock
can find
and a
him a
chain?
mesh shirt.
or like a huge golden dollar sign.
I mean, there might be an
robot
amulet.
Oh my
rig.
god.
It's up to you. Do you want to roll and ask him about amulets more specifically?
Yeah, sure.
I want to find out if there's a chain clock or a...
Roll me a
Right,
deal.
what do right, and Fire Master rolls a 51.
Ooh, that's okay. Okay, not gonna be that. Let's see. All right, with a 51, what the heck? He'll have an amulet of mighty fists +1.
Ooh, what does that do?
It's basically like you get a +1 to your attack and damage, and your fists are treated as magic.
I wish I hadn't spent all my money on
Magic hand.
wimpy healing potions now. That sounds ace. How much is that?
4,000 gold.
Ah,
How much?
4,000.
Ooh, daddy.
Oh,
that's way out of my price range, guys.
Well, how much gold do you have left?
653.
Jesus wept.
Yeah.
You
You
bought a
really
lot of
did
healing
well.
potions.
I have been known to be generous with my healing potions, though, so keep that in mind.
Well, I was going to say, Silas would probably chip in because having a magical weapon among the party might be a really. Does he have any magical weapons?
I don't think
Bjork does.
no one but Bjorg has a magical weapon.
No, I mean, does this guy? We haven't asked.
No, you haven't asked.
Because, hitting magical things, sometimes you have to have magical weapons.
Right.
Hmm.
Hey,
yes.
shopkeeper, do you have any magical weapons?
No, they were purchased long ago, and I cannot replenish them on my own.
That makes sense. I mean, Fandingo and Silas would be willing to chip in to help purchase an amulet of fisting for Brandon. Partly just for the
how much would
opportunity
that bring
to
us to?
say that. I mean, we could throw in 1,000.
That would get you
That's-
to 1,600 of 4,000.
Yeah, it's pretty pricey.
If you guys have like 750 apiece, it is pretty pricey. We'll hold off, but
I don't have anything to sell either. I have a broom. I don't think that's going to get much.
Will he buy more just that beast carcasses?
Are you asking him?
Yes.
I have room in inventory for one more Dat Placer beasts. No more.
What are our other options for collecting treasure? Just finding his father and Dat Placer beasts?
yeah.
Yeah, that was the only quest he gave you.
Yeah.
There are also legends of treasures upon the islands beyond this point.
Yeah, we have a few side quests racked up.
We also at some point have to find where the magical things that are washing up on the shores of wherever we came from are coming from.
And you're actually here
that's
hunting
specifically
Kuthrin,
your
remember?
broom. Yeah.
That too. I figure eventually
My
we'll
squad
kill something. I figure eventually we'll kill something and Kuthric will fall out.
I just like
Yeah,
to
he wasn't
imagine
gonna be
Fandango
able to
being a
sweat.
little hurt, like, you motherfuckers didn't look for me.
Fandango is having so much fun.
He doesn't know they didn't look for him.
Hungerby's bitch.
Oh.
I was playing
That's
that
a
map.
terrifying mental prospect.
Yeah, you think it was terrifying mentally. All right, well, we're not going to buy Brandon an amulet of fisting. Let's go to the other store.
Sure.
While everyone else is going to the other store, Klaus would like to go do his ritual and get his weasel.
Okay, how long does your ritual take?
Is that a
All
euphemism?
right, go to the other store. I'll look that up.
Okay. You look
Wait,
that
so
up.
Klaus is disappearing? I don't know. The Arrow of the Gods might need to investigate this.
Well, Klaus is wandering off from the group.
He did just say I'm off to investigate my weasel, so I don't know if you want to follow him.
Got a sack of not dildos that sure looks like a sack of dildos, and he said something about his weasel in the woods. So you do what you like with that, Rick. Everybody else is going to the shop. Yes? No? The regular shop.
Yeah.
Okay. You walk in. Hey, you all lived. Good for you. Good for you.
We did.
Thank you. Yeah.
Do you have armor?
Some, mostly leather. The metal stuff sinks, and out here you kind of gotta just scrounge what you can.
Studded leather, maybe?
Let's see. I think I got a few waterlogged pieces lying around. Yeah.
For her pleasure.
Yeah, I could rig up you a piece of studded leather that'd fit you all right. Cost you about 25 gold.
Hook a brother up.
Okay.
Fandingo
You
finally
acquire
has armor.
Studded leather armor. Dun, 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 dun. Dark 25 gold. He doesn't have a fancy magic ritual. He just gives you armor.
He does have that little song, though, so that was
Yeah.
good.
He's got to
Typical
compete with
son.
that fucking robot down the street. I mean, he had to add a little showmanship.
No, I appreciate that. Brandon Finemaster applauds.
He takes.
All right, the ritual takes
shower
8 hours.
Okay, so you are.
Spending 8
Yeah.
hours with his weasel.
Jesus, just rub one out, why don't you?
I need to concentrate.
Gonna be a little,
Not making this any easier.
your weasel's gonna be a little raw after 8 hours.
Okay,
The last
Klaus,
one
so
for 4
that's
hours.
good.
Consultant.
Klaus, give me an intelligence check.
Okay. That's my specialty. Klaus rolls an 18.
Oh, okay. Well done. Klaus, you are
The
heading
wise
toward the
weasels.
woods when you realize this is an 8-hour ceremony that's going to leave you very vulnerable and exposed. And perhaps the wild jungle of an unknown island is not the best place. You, with an 18 intelligence, you think you can probably do this with far less risk if you just do it on the ship.
Where am I going to weasel on a ship?
It's a sea weasel.
You're still on the island, so you're still connected to the island, so I can still hear the call.
Wow.
Weasel.
Okay.
They can come from anywhere.
All right. That sounds good. I'll go
I
on
was
the
like-
ship and spread my weasel boot.
Yeah, if you hadn't have succeeded that intelligence check, you were going to be facing a solo encounter.
Oh. Man.
That was a good one to not fail.
That would have been 4,000 gold just for me. Oh.
Yeah, that's how that would have gone.
Me and my goddamn intelligence.
Oh. Does anyone else require
Yeah.
mundane shopping to do?
Do they have Bjorg is gonna look. Yes, Bjorg would like to get better armor because he's walking around in hide. Do they have breastplates?
No, because that is metal.
Damn.
Actually, okay, so he said metal was rare, but he didn't say there was none. So pick the metal armor you want and give me a D100, and if you beat 90%, he will have it available. So you want a breastplate.
Okay. All right. Yeah, you want the breastplate.
All right, roll me a D100. If you beat 90, he has it.
99.
Holy shit, he has a breastplate in just Bjorg's size.
So that works for
Excellent.
anything? Like, so if I ask for, like, blessed plate mail of Toreg?
No. He just might have basic shit, if you're lucky.
It's gonna burn
You also
your
won't
flesh.
be able to afford it.
Yeah, the breastplate is 200 gold.
Yes. But knowing it's
Okay,
here
yep.
would,
Yeah,
would at
Bjorg
least
can-
be comforting.
Bjorg will put down the gold and strap on his new perfectly, musculaturely sculpted breastplate.
Man, you guys are killing it on rolls tonight. You're getting a lot of the shit you want.
With armored
Yeah,
steel
because we're
nipples.
not fighting anything.
With armored steel nipples.
You want the bat nipples?
Armored nipples.
Can't unsee
Yes.
that.
Brandon looks at Bjorg's
breastplate.
artificially steel abs with disdain and a slight look of betrayal.
Betrayal. Don't worry, I won't wear it all the time. Like when I need to wrestle.
All right. Did anybody else want to ask for mundane goods?
Silas has no need, being that he has the blessed arrows of Toreg, which he can't touch yet, but he's working toward.
Didn't you also
shot
get
them
regular
all.
arrows too?
Well, those two, but
Okay,
Okay.
yeah, good. Just making sure.
Didn't he already fire his blessed arrows?
No, he's still never been able to grip them
Oh, I thought. All right.
So theoretically,
because they're
Silas,
not real.
Silas will just
No, I got
never
that.
be able to make an attack roll again. That's some good work, Bendigo.
Yeah, well, Sorry.
That exchange was a real example of winning the battle and losing the war. When you gave him those arrows.
Yeah,
Oh my god.
yeah.
Okay, so Fandango has purchased armor. Bjorg has purchased armor. I'm gonna go ahead and guess that Brandon Thighmaster will not be purchasing armor.
No.
Silas,
Unless
do
he's
you need
got-
anything?
Silas is wearing leather, and he really doesn't want anything else because every time he gets hit, that brings him a little closer to Toreg.
I'm pretty sure he's
Not
not going
currently.
to Toreg.
Does he have maybe a fancy hat? A fancy hat would be cool. Something in purple with a feather.
Roll me a D100 and try to beat 90.
19.
He does not have any hats.
How sad.
I happen to know somebody who could possibly make you a special hood.
Whoa. Whoa. Just because I got a gruff voice doesn't mean I'm an asshole.
Yeah, no. Also not interested in burning any holy symbols of Torag in anybody's yard. Gonna pass.
Alright, so no more mundane goods. No more magic goods. Do y'all have anything else you want to do before going to get dinner and I assume some drinks at the inn?
Nah, we're good there. I'm good to drink.
Well, I think Silas will make sure that Fandango gets safely to the inn.
Totally gonna.
And then he'll slip around the back into the stables and toss his Arrow of the Gods mask on.
Okay.
We're gonna end up running into a dwarf superior. We're gonna end up running into like a dwarf supremacist Torag cult.
And you'll
I
defeat
just
them
wrote
not
a story
by
about
combat,
dwarf
but by just
supremacists.
letting them talk to Silas for 5 minutes.
Sorry, what?
Oh, I said you'll beat them not through combat, but by letting them talk to Silas for 5 minutes, and they all just renounce their faith. Okay, so what are you doing after you're slipping into costume?
Well, he's a little suspicious that Klaus snuck away, so he's going to start investigating.
Roll me a stealth check. Klaus, roll me a perception check.
Does he know that Klaus went to the boat?
No, he does not.
Yeah.
Okay, good.
I'll just say that right off the bat. You went to the boat while he was still in the lake store.
Perception.
So Arrow of the Gods rolls a 20 stealth.
Klaus rolls a natural 1 perception.
Well, Klaus is pretty absorbed in his ritual, so that seems fair. Silas, you are walking around stealthily. Where are you going?
Running.
Well, he'll start ducking into all the buildings, stealthily, looking for Klaus.
Oh, okay.
That's not creepy.
All right, so we're gonna say you don't want this roll to be below 25.
Oh my god.
Roll a d6.
82. All right, you're okay for this round. Everybody else, well, except for Klaus, who is on the ship, just performing his weasel ceremony.
Ah!
So Fandango, Bjorg, and Brandon, you are all having meals. I assume Brandon's is low in carbs, and Bjorg is eating all the carbs.
Oh, steak.
Silas is buying.
Protein.
And you
I'm
see
gonna
a footstool walk in and sort of saunter up to your table and sort of climb up. Is this all of you? Is this all of you here tonight?
Well,
Did anyone notice that Silas left? Do we have to roll for that, or do we just assume we didn't notice that Silas left?
Or you just
Roll to see if
didn't
you cared
notice,
that Silas left.
quote unquote.
I mean, Klaus is gone, and we don't know what happened to Arrow of the Gods, but this is the rest of us.
Well, all right then. Well, no, the little one's on the ship doing some sort of weird ceremony. I don't know. It's
Yeah.
fine as long as he doesn't light anything on fire.
You should probably keep an eye on him about that.
The sea is a wild mistress. You gotta cope how you can. We have one guy who dresses like a rock and tries to fly off the crow's nest at least once a month.
Like the Rock? Like, do you smell what he's cooking?
No, like a rock, like an ROC, a giant flying bird that will snatch you and eat you in its nest. And well, don't worry about it.
Oh, I wasn't.
Yeah.
I was really, just being polite because I was such a dick earlier, and I was afraid you'd turn into a demon and destroy the island. Because that happens to us.
That does
All right.
happen to you. You are terrible people.
Hey,
What
you're not
the-
wrong. You want a drink? Silas is buying.
Footstool's gonna sort of wave you. Actually, he's gonna take the drink, and then, now listen. I needed to talk to you. Well, preferably you all, but I guess this will work. You need to have an idea of what we're getting into tomorrow when we set sail. It's
Okay.
well, this whole area is a little different than most of the places we've been to. Once we're past this point, everything's gonna change, and we will leave that discussion there for a moment. Silas, what are you doing?
Continuing to search the grounds, expanding my circle as I attempt to become the world's greatest detective.
Okay, roll me another
My
stealth
God.
check.
This ain't gonna end well.
I said attempt.
We haven't found the jail on this island.
Silas rolls Arrow of the Gods rolls a 15.
Okay, then you don't want this one to be less than 40. 59, you are okay for another round.
I am the night. I am the shadows.
All right.
He's
We'll
going
go
to
back.
get right behind the sheriff and let out the
It's
loudest
broad daylight,
fart.
isn't it?
He's saying that out loud, like really loudly as he sneaks around.
That's how I'm imagining it.
Full
He rolled a
voice.
15, so he's just like whispering it, stage whispering it.
Arrow of the Gods
Light
or
over
journal.
there. All right. So we'll go back to the inn where Footstool is explaining. Yeah, it's everything beyond here gets weird. I mean, weird even by the standards of people who sail between magical islands. all the
Weirder,
time.
you mean, than the white lightning squids?
Yes, much weirder.
Wait, what?
Yeah. See, the stuff around this set of islands is strange, but it's strange in the way that we're all kind of used to. It plays by the rules of it, Out there, it's weird. It's a whole different magical ecosystem. You can't even sail into this area except through this entrance point. If you come from any other angle, it's just not there. But once you go through, every island is different, and they change and they shift and they warp, and you can't trust anything on them. They're not the same as our world. It's really strange. Be very, very aware of that as we go forward. You really can't count on anything.
Bjorg will lean forward very seriously, look at Footstool, and say, "What is an ecosystem? Can you eat it?"
He's going to sort of look at you. All right, you know how if you killed all the wolves in the mountains, it would mess things up because then there'd be
Yes.
too many deer?
Yes.
If you killed all the wolves in the mountains, it wouldn't do shit to the desert because they are in different ecosystems. You get me?
What if we killed him really hard?
Oh.
What if hypothetically we did unfathomable things to these wolves? Just left a scar upon their souls.
What if we made the wolves fetch Klaus's weasel?
Stay away from Klaus's weasel.
Crap, I've lost you guys again. I'm sure you can hear me, but I can't hear you currently.
Damn it, we were funny for a second, too.
Hold on.
Just for a second.
Do y'all have anything you want to ask Footstool?
So, you're saying shit gets weird.
Shit gets very weird. It's why there's so much unique stuff out there. You can go do things on those islands that you could never do anywhere else. The laws of magic don't apply in the same way. That's why people risk their lives to go in this direction, but it's also why a lot of people don't return from this direction. So, I felt like there was a better chance of us not having to mop you off the side of the boat if you knew what you were getting into.
Understood, Bjork says.
So it's not that we weren't going to go. It's just that you wanted us to know exactly how fucked we were.
Oh, do you not want to go? We cannot go. This is the direction you picked.
Oh no, we're totally going.
God damn it.
We think our squat friend is out there.
Yeah, well, he
Okay.
might be, or he might be in the belly of some sort of 9-headed water dragon crossed with the remains of a dead god. It's weird shit out there.
Well, alright. Brandon will punch it. I'll write a song about it. It'll be fine.
punching stuff. Check.
Oh.
Did you just say
I wonder
that I
what
could
a robot would buy that for.
Did you just say that I could fight a dragon and a god?
It was
That is also
hypothetical.
dead?
But, I mean, I've heard stories about that thing, but, it's hypothetical.
You're not selling Bjorn.
Going. We're
not
going.
Yeah.
Just making it clear, pal. So, you want another drink?
Yeah,
You
one
might
more.
as well.
You all be ready to sail at daybreak, and tell the others, too. We'll probably just keep the short one on the boat. He looks dumb. I don't trust him not to wander.
That's pretty smart.
I think I'm probably already as physically perfect as it's possible to be in this dimension. So maybe we need to break the laws of physics in order for me to become what I need to be. That is my path.
I forgot to ask the shopkeeper if he had a gold mesh shirt.
If it makes you feel any better, it's metal, so probably not.
No, like fishnet or something.
Ah.
Just for Brandon,
Yeah.
Because
The
he
general
doesn't
direction that Brandon is going in.
doesn't look quite right, said Fred enough.
There is no direction that Brandon goes in that requires a shirt. Ever.
Silas. One
All right.
last stealth check.
I think he's like, checking out the inn now, crawling beneath the tables and such. A natural one.
Arrow of the Gods Diary, Day 1. I saw a dead cat.
As Footstool finishes explaining everything, you hear a distinct thud as a head smashes into the side of the table, and you all look over to realize that the Arrow of the Gods, crawling on his hands and knees, went fucking forehead first into the edge of the table.
I heard what you were all talking about, and there will be no breaking of the rules of nature or otherwise.
Is he still under the table while he's saying this?
Horse. Fandingo looks at Footstool and says, and you thought it was going to get weird tomorrow.
Oh my goodness.
The fucking bard is the normal one, dude.
Arrow of the Gods will stand up as if he meant to be there all along.
It's the Arrow of the Gods.
Turn to Brandon and be like, "Greetings, junior adventurer."
Is it a bird? Is it a dire bird? No, it's neither of those things. It is the Arrow of the Gods. Return to us. We thought you were leading a guerrilla action against the horror on the island we just left. But presumably you've taken care of that and are now here to fight a fresh evil.
Evil never sleeps, and neither does the Arrow of the Gods.
Wow. Then you need a drink. Come on, Silas is buying.
That's wonderful. Oh, it's all the better because he doesn't even know it's really him.
Yep.
But adds the extra bit of fun to it. Okay.
How much of Silas's gold have I spent on meals for everyone and all the drinks?
Quite a bit. And more to come.
Yep.
Alright, so y'all are going to party through the night. Klaus is going to summon his weasel. And then, in the morning, it is time to set sail. So, the dawn rises. Bevan, you have a weasel. Congratulations. What are you going to name your
I name
weasel?
him Ron Weasley Jeremy.
Oh, God.
Ron
Shoot it with an arrow.
Weasley Jeremy.
Where are you keeping the weasel? Is it just roaming around?
Where are you keeping the weasel? God, things I never thought I would say.
Yeah, just wherever we're standing on a boat, I want to be not near Klaus's weasel, if at all possible. I'm not sure why, but something about the relationship between Klaus and his familiar triggers my my personal space alarm in unsettling ways.
Don't get too familiar with my weasel.
You don't need to tell me twice.
Oh God!
I guess come the morning.
Bjorg stands at the prow. Bjorg stands at the prow of the boat and stares off into the distance.
I guess come the morning, Silas is back, especially since Footstool won't let Arrow of the Gods on the boat.
Yep.
The arrow of the gods will return when we need him. I have faith.
When there's a table that needs to be bumped, he will be there. All right. So
how much of Silas's money did I spend?
Oh, let's call it an even 10 gold.
Oh, is that all? All right, fine.
You can only. I mean, I guess that's only $100.
That's a lot of money.
Yeah.
But.
Yeah. 10 gold's fine. You had a night out, but you had to get up early, so you couldn't drink until dawn. Or rather, you could, but everybody else couldn't.
Right. I was going to say, bard.
Yeah.
And I have we don't have a dwarf. Never mind.
No.
Dwarf.
Just a dwarf wannabe.
We lost. Yeah.
Well, that's why you're going.
I will find you, Kutharic.
And on that note,
I don't
you
have
cast sail from the island. So you are all floating along on the ship. You see it kind of take a turn, and it goes through this little inlet that leads to these big stone mountains that you kind of pass between. And they are quite imposing and lovely. And then you get past him, and the current picks up, and you just start sort of zooming along. And as you go, you get further, and the day wears on. A bank of fog rolls in, and by mid-afternoon, it starts to clear. And as it clears, you can see off the starboard the first signs of an island. And it looks
absolutely beautiful. High, white cliffs. The water underneath the ship is turning a bright blue. As you get closer, it's becoming more bright, and almost as if it's magical water. But it's just regular water. You can tell, nothing's strange about it except that it's just this bright, bright blue, almost the same color as the sky. And there are these tall white cliffs with green over the top, and it's absolutely stunning. It's a gorgeous island, and you really want to go there.
The water, it looks like Bjorg. It's so blue.
And go there you will on the next episode of Authors and Dragons, where we kick off our Guest DM Island segment. Everyone say hello to Misty Massey, who's going to be our first Guest DM next week. We are very excited about it.
Hello, Misty Massey.
Hi, Misty.
Hello, guys.
And we hope you will all join us for it.
And Misty will get to meet some of these people for the very first time in person, because we have an extra special announcement to make, don't we, boys?
We do.
I know what it is.
I think Steve should get the honor.
Yeah, I think Steve gets to make the announcement.
Oh yeah, we definitely hit the GoFundMe target, so I'm definitely going to Con Carolinas.
Yay!
And that means it will be a full active cast at Con Carolinas, so we will be able to do a full game.
And I'm so excited you guys are coming to my con.
And that'll be sometime on Saturday, probably, at the con, right, Misty?
That's right.
Saturday, June 3rd, right?
That is correct.
So I'll have out there making plans.
Yeah. I'll have a more specific schedule made closer to time, but right now John and I have talked, and we've definitely got it down for Saturday.
Reserve the whole day, people, because we're worth it.
Yeah.
We won't take the whole day, but, just reserve the whole day for funsies.
We won't have to make Skype work because we'll all be there together, so that'll cut at least half an hour off our prep time.
There you go. And we won't run it too late because parties do happen, and, parties are the thing. You don't want to miss those, so.
I know, and we might have to do another power hour. We won't try to record it this time. We'll just enjoy it.
And we won't drink orange shit.
We won't. Wait, John, you said we won't drink?
We won't drink the orange shit.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Rick
never
again. About beer power hour selection. All right, folks. Well, with that big tease for our special event coming up, we're going to go ahead and call it there for this week. But we are really excited about this, and we hope you are too. And we can't wait to come back to you next week not next week, but next episode with a brand new special event episode of Authors and Dragons. But until then, thanks for tuning in. Bye.
See ya.
Bye. Praise Toreg.
Authors and Dragons is brought to you under a Creative Commons license, meaning you are free to share this material so long as credit is given to the original creators, which is us, the people who are playing it. The opening music, Take a Chance, and closing theme, Master of the Feast, are both credited to Kevin MacLeod of Incompetech.com and also used under a Creative Commons license.